With the NFL Combine ending about a week ago, multiple quarterbacks' draft stocks are rising quickly. Coming out of Combine week, all I've been hearing about is Malik Willis, Desmond Ridder, and EJ Perry. But the one quarterback that nobody's talking about is Iowa State quarterback Brock Purdy. Purdy was a 4-year starter, throwing for over 12,000 yards, 81 touchdowns, and just 33 interceptions, while rushing for over 1,100 yards and 19 touchdowns. He led Iowa State to a 30-17 record, while going to 4 bowl games. Purdy is currently being valued as a day 3 pick in the upcoming draft. Although he's not a perfect prospect, I see a ton of skill in Purdy's film that will easily translate to the NFL. So today, I'm going to show you some film of what I think makes Brock Purdy a late round steal for a franchise in the upcoming NFL draft. But before we do that, I just want to say 97% of people who watch my videos aren't subscribed to the channel. So if you like what you see today, leave a like down below and subscribe to the channel. There'll be plenty more content coming, especially before the draft in about a month. Alright, let's dive into some film. The first thing that impressed me in watching Brock Purdy's film is the fact that he makes a plethora of throws. Comparing him to someone like Malik Willis, who I like Malik Willis a lot and I actually did a scouting report on him, but when studying his film, it felt like he stuck to a select amount of throws. A lot of, out routes, back shoulder throws, and stick routes, and that was kind of it. Brock Purdy throws the ball all over the field, and you'll see that in these clips. So on this play here, Purdy's going to come off a play action, and he's going to find his tight end Charlie Kolar over the middle for a nice catch down the seam between 4 defenders. You'll notice that Purdy doesn't have the biggest arm, but I think he has a good arm, and he can fit it in windows just like the best of them. And here's a good throw from Purdy. He's going to put a lot of zip on the ball and find his receiver up the seam, Xavier Hutchinson, for a first down. It's a great throw, fits in a tight gap, and gets it to where only the receiver can get it. It's a good throw. And here's another great seam route by Purdy. The last two I showed you showed off how big his arm is and how he can fit into tight windows. But here's another tight window, but now he has to show some touch. He has to get it over to the linebacker that I've highlighted, but can't throw it too far or lob it too far because then the safety will come make a play. So he has to fit it in the tight window, but still get it over the linebacker's head and not lead him too far into the safety. So it's a great throw from Purdy. Alright, so now let me show you a few back shoulder throws. This one here, he's going to have his tight end lined up one-on-one on the bottom of the screen, and he's just going to throw a nice back shoulder into the end zone. It's a pretty simple play from Purdy, and you'll see him make it more than once. And here's a great throw from Purdy. Purdy's going to come off the play action, and his receiver's going to be pretty open initially off the snap. But if Purdy leaves his receiver too far inside here, that linebacker / safety is going to make a play on the ball easily, maybe even result in a pick. So instead, Purdy recognizes this and throws it to his back shoulder near the boundary, where only the receiver can get it, lets him toe drag, and get a first down, 1st and goal, for Breece Hall, probably first round pick, to knock it in for a touchdown. It's a great play from Purdy. Once again, familiar situation, one-on-one coverage at the bottom of the screen, this time to Xavier Hutchinson. Purdy draws back, and it just delivers a great throw to his back shoulder. Only where Hutchinson can get it. Hutchinson makes a great play as he's a really dynamic receiver for a great touchdown. It's a good throw. Look, same story, different clip. Coming off a play action, throws to the top of his screen. A really good back shoulder throw. Maybe a tad bit underthrown, but I love the placement. It's up top. Receiver has to jump, puts on his back shoulder. It's just a great throw. This is an NFL type throw, and I love seeing it from Brock Purdy. And now here's a couple throws that I just find really impressive, and I think you will too. This throw really isn't anything crazy. He just finds his tight end in the back of the end zone. But I love the touch, he stands in the pocket, he gets it over two linebackers just right underneath and finds him in the back of the end zone. And I want to compare it to somebody like Malik Willis because I think they're exact opposites. While Purdy's arm, I don't think is bad. I really don't. I think it's good. Malik Willis has probably the strongest arm, if not, or one of the strongest arms in the draft. And they're kind of the opposites, right? Purdy's more of the stand-in quarterback, throwing on time, play action, while Malik Willis is someone who, is completely improvised. Everything's just out of the pocket, craziness, throwing downfield his big arm. I don't think I ever saw Malik Willis make this kind of just standard throw. And that's what I find so, crazy about him being a first-round pick and everything. I still like the player, a lot of upside, but Brock Purdy makes these throws, but yet he's just so down the draft board, he's almost undraftable. It's just surprising to me. On this throw here from Purdy, he's just going to drop back and stand tall in the pocket. And look at the throw he delivers. It's just, it's under a minute before the half. They haven't done really anything against Iowa, which, kind of his fault, but, hasn't done anything against Iowa, and they need to play. They need to get into field goal range at least to get some points. And if not, they need to get into the end zone. And look at the throw he makes. I don't love that he misses the receiver circled right there, but I mean, look at that throw over number 31, the linebacker. I mean, that's just a great touch pass. You're not getting that from a lot of prospects. Especially someone, like I just said, that's projected in the 6th round. I mean, that's kind of an impressive throw. This play here, it's 4th and goal. He's going to get the design boot out to the right, get his receiver one-on-one, and just put the ball in a great spot. It's as simple as that. I mean, how many times have we seen these late round prospects try to complete this throw, and they underthrow the receiver, they throw it to his back shoulder, and the defender makes up ground and knocks it away? Or maybe, he overthrows it by a mile when he tries to fling it in there as hard as he can, he overthrows it. I mean, Brock Purdy just makes these throws so easily. It's impressive to me. And here's another pretty basic throw. He's going to come off the play action and just find his receiver over the middle with really good timing on the throw and good accuracy, so his receiver can catch the ball and keep running and almost score a touchdown. I'm going to show you some more film on what I exactly mean by this, but to me, he's just like a first down getter. He's just a chain mover. It's 3rd and 3 here, and he just knows where to go with the ball, finds the little out route for, 6-7 yards, but it's a first down. He does this constantly where he just eats up play after play after play and gets first down. He knows how to move the chains. So Brock Purdy isn't the best athlete. You'll see that on film. I mean, he's not the best mover. But the one thing that he does have that I think he can bring to the next level that'll definitely translate is his improv skills. I mean, he gets out of the pocket. You'll see on this play here. He gets out of the pocket. The QB spy that's on him goes and blitzes. So now Breece Hall leaks out and he throws across his body and finds him for a good throw. It's nothing amazing. It's nothing crazy, but he gets the ball in his playmaker's hands. It's a good throw. On this play here, the center absolutely whiffs, doesn't even get a hand on the defender, so Purdy faces pressure right in his face. But he spins out and finds number 11 on the little rollout dump-off pass. Once again, not a crazy play, but isn't that kind of impressive for a 6th round pick? I mean, here's another one. He's just going to step up in the pocket will collapse, but somehow he spins out of it, rolls out to his right, and just flicks the ball downfield and finds a receiver. He just always finds a way to find a receiver. Now, the thing that impressed me the most about Brock Purdy's film is the fact that I think he's pretty clutch. He steps up in big pressure situations. These next clips I show you, look at the time, look at the distance, down in distance, look at the score. He's trailing, it's late in the game. It's 3rd and 7. All these throws add up to me. On this play here, I mean, Texas Tech has already put up 14 points in the first quarter. They're down 7, 3rd and 7. Purdy needs to convert this to keep the drive going, try to keep up with Texas Tech, who are known to get points in games. Here he drops back, pressure in his face, and he delivers a good throw out to the sideline. Once again, converting another first down. And here's one of the more insane throws that I've seen Brock Purdy make. It's the 4th quarter, 6 minutes left, you're at midfield, 2nd and 7, and you're down 4 against Oklahoma State, who's actually pretty good on offense most of the time. You need a touchdown here. Settling for a field goal, isn't going to do anything for you, and you need to keep the drive moving. You need to move the chains. And that's what Brock Purdy does here. Rolls out to the right, isn't going to beat the defender off the edge, so has to make a throw. Defender in his face, and he sticks this throw. The receiver makes a great play, of course, but what a throw from Purdy. Is that really a 6th round pick? And here's another great throw. It's 3rd and 2, 4th quarter. You're down 10 to Texas Tech once again. You're in field goal range, but you'd really want to keep the drive going to try to score a touchdown. Here, he just rolls out to the right on a design boot and finds Charlie Kohler for a first down. I mean, it's not a crazy throw, but he just knows where to go with the ball in the 4th quarter. 3rd and 2, I love it. And here's another great clip from Texas Tech game. 4th and 3 at midfield. You need to get in at least field goal range here, down 7. And what does he do? He just completes a simple slant to, once again, Charlie Kohler for a first down. It's a simple throw, but it's a necessary good throw that I'm glad he can make. And on this play here, sure, there's not a lot of pressure. I mean, they're up 30 points. It's 4th and 5 from midfield. Of course, you'd like to keep the drive going, maybe get a field goal, whatever. But I love that he stays tall in the pocket, especially when his center and right guard don't really block anybody and pressure comes right through. He gets a throw off to the leaking out Breece Young for a first down and a touchdown. It's a great throw. He kept calm and made a great play. Now, it's no secret that Brock Purdy isn't the best athlete, but he's by no means just a statue in the pocket. On this play here, you're going to see Brock Purdy take the read option and burst up the middle. And I like this play. I mean, he shows a little acceleration to get past, the defender and dive forward for a first down. I mean, it's a great play. And here's another read option in the red zone. He's going to fake the handoff, find a hole, and burst through it, and even makes a little bit of a jump cut. Not the best jump cut, but makes a little bit of a cut, makes the defender miss, and walks into the end zone. And the one thing I like about Purdy's athleticism is he doesn't always look to run and he doesn't feel pressure or a need to run. Here he rolls out right, steps up in the pocket looking downfield, and then finally decides to run, where he gets past the defenders and gets a first down on the edge. And here's another improv play that I talked about earlier, how much I loved his improv skills. Here he's going to roll out to the right and try to get the ball out quick, but the D end or outside linebacker is going to, get right in his face, jump, try to block the pass. Purdy's going to pump fake him and just run underneath for a first down. And it's 2nd and 8, and he probably gets a good 12-15 yards on that play. It's a good run. And here's kind of a combination of everything I've been talking about, where he's not the best athlete. But what is he? A chain mover. He's clutch. It's 2nd and 1, at midfield. 3 minutes left, down 3. What does Purdy do? Takes off, makes a defender miss, and makes a 2nd and 1 into a first down and 10, and gets a ton of yards. That's a great play to me. I love his ability just to get the first down and keep the chains moving. So after watching all this film on Brock Purdy, the guy that came to my head instantly was Gardner Minshew as an NFL comparison. I just think it makes a lot of sense. The guy with a great arm might get drafted to a bad team, could possibly get some playing time. That makes a lot of sense. It's a good comp to me. Gardner Minshew's not really the most accurate passer, but what he does is he's an improviser. He's a chain mover. And he's kind of a winner. In his rookie year, he went 6-6. Then Jacksonville went 1-7, so obviously not great. But then last year in Philly, in his 2 starts, he went 1-1 split 'em, 4 touchdowns, 1 pick. He has a career touchdown interception, 41 and 12 picks. 41 touchdowns, 12 picks. While having a season in just, 14 games, 12 starts, with over 300 rushing yards. And let's be honest, Gardner Minshew has a legitimate shot this offseason, this free agency period, which is today as I'm recording this video, to be an NFL starter somewhere, or at least compete for a starting job. I think that's something that Brock Purdy can definitely do and replicate in the next level. I would like to see Brock Purdy go to somewhere maybe like a Pittsburgh, where, depending what they do on free agency, which is actually today as I'm recording this video, and probably the video will be released, but we don't know what they'll do. But if they go into the season with maybe a Mason Rudolph as their starter and they don't really, sign anybody, or if they don't, draft Malik Willis or Kenny Pickett in the 1st or 2nd round, anything like that, why not take the shot on Brock Purdy in the, if he's going to be a day 3 pick, why not take the shot and let him sit behind someone like Mason Rudolph, who's not proven, really at all. And I don't think many people even like him. Maybe give him a little playing time here and there. I think Pittsburgh would be a great place because what is he to me? He's a distributor. He gets the ball out to his playmakers with Chase Claypool, Deontay Johnson, Pat Freiermuth. And not to mention, Najee Harris out of the backfield is a great pass catcher. So those 3 to 4 great weapons you have in Pittsburgh, where I think Brock Purdy can be a distributor for that team in a run-heavy system to where you might not need him to throw a ton, but you need efficient throws, which Ben Roethlisberger couldn't get for you last year. I think Brock Purdy would be perfect in that situation. Alright, that's the end of the video. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think about Brock Purdy, and if you even really knew anything about Brock Purdy. In all the draft coverage I saw, he threw at the combine, and I didn't see a single throw of his shown. Not one. And I think that's embarrassing because, listen, he's an accurate passer, and I think he's going to be a good quarterback in the NFL. I appreciate you guys watching the video, and if you liked the video, leave a like down below and subscribe to the channel. We'll have plenty more content coming before the draft in about a month. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys next time.